Along circular patterns. Back and forth, back and forth. Ah! There we go. Welcome back to the Flippin Automotive Shop YouTube channel. Today we'll be continuing pretty much where we left off last time. We were finishing getting the engine bay and everything torn down and cleaned up all the way back to the firewall. We got some future videos coming up for the brakes on this to get rid of this one. The monster of the ABS pumped over here off to the right hand side. We'll be pulling this off and trying to get some of these leaves and everything cleaned up off of the truck today. Came with free shims, no extra charge. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it and deeper into it. In the last video, you should have seen that we did come up with some issues with the gearbox. I think it's the gearbox. It could also be in the coupler up here, so I have to get some of that stuff cleaned off, get the power steering pump and everything removed so we can take a closer look at that. Don't need that. So let's go ahead and get into this and start and work our way back. Whee! Let's go ahead and get this guy off. I know yeah. I know. I said I was starting from the front and working forward. Working back. No. I didn't even grab the ratchet I need for that. So you really can't see a single... There was a ratchet attached to this a second ago. It went that way. I survived, but you can't see a whole lot of what I'm doing here, so let's just, there you go, much better. So as I was saying, we're taking this off. Instead of working there-ish, we're starting there and not following the plan. Why aren't we following the plan? Because I'm back in hand tool mode. Because I don't want to go inside and go get the electric. My editor's going to be mad at me because we're going to hop into a time lapse for no... Oh. Yep. I hear it. We're not talking about it. You watch me set that down too. How many more we got? 2? 1, 2? Maybe 1 or 2 more? Maybe a good windshield? I think we got a good windshield, guys. Thank God the Loctite didn't win. Scroll cage. Guess it's still a good blower motor. I think it has some weight to it though. With the ear back, we're gonna have to patch this, and this, and this. We gotta patch it all. If we don't patch it, fire can go inside. We don't want fire to go inside. Ah, heat. Escape the heat through the head. Let's get off this little water pump. Because you know we need all of this goodie. Looks like it's just a couple of 13s here on the inside of the left rail, right rail. Depends which way you're looking at it. Okay, let's try something here. I got a cool tool. This to be specifically for some wider connectors. They do work. Sometimes better than you anticipate. So definitely make sure that whenever you do it, make sure you actually press the connector or you're going to rip the wire out of the backside. Luckily, it's a 2-pin. Take the top one out, let it spin. Ow! I whacked my thumb again and it really hurt. Same one I jammed the other day, actually. Ah! It's a very narrow truck. I do think we have to do, whenever we go, oh, I have a cross member. He didn't take the cross member. Can I use the stock cross member and modify it? It's obviously designed for a transmission, and I do have one. I don't know if it's going to clear. She's got some wobble. So no matter what, this pump's shot. So it don't matter. Come on. I'll show you guys. Alright. So what I want you to do here, I want you to watch this pulley right here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this or not, but if you grab it and you look in between these two spots right here, this pulley front, I know it's going back and forth a little bit, but there you go. It's got a good 1/16 to an 1/8 inch of wobble in and out, kind of like that with the camera. This is always going to, not always, the camera's not always going to do that. I'm trying not to. But this pulley, essentially, whenever it's going to be spinning, this bearing and everything on the inside's got some wear. So whenever it's rotating, it's just going to always have a slight wobble, which can eventually end up causing the belt to be flung, and we don't want to have that happen. So we're going to be doing away with this. We might add power steering back. Alright, so we got to get the power steering and everything taken off, which, looking at it, bottom drain line's already taken off, which means we got one here or the one going into the top. I think I'm going to try to pull off the one on the top feed right here. Being power steering pump, we're going to end up just keeping as a core in case we end up replacing it out or needing it for something. We'll just swap it out and that'll be fine. Keep in mind, I am working out here in Florida. It's probably like, today I think it's 47 degrees or something like that. It's a warm one, guys. And that's a 16. And that is also a 16. That's a 15. Okay, it wasn't too tight. I saw it start to move already, I believe. Or was that me starting to slip? Mentally? Possibly. Very possible. Ow! we're gonna have to try air here in a second. I'm dying. I need a fan. Also for mosquitoes. Our mosquitoes are like helicopters out here. I don't want to go. At this point, I don't even really care that much. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if this is adjustable, if I can do anything to change. Yeah, that's all in here. I have to see if there's a way to adjust this, or if that's really worn that. It's got like a quarter turn. That's an old proportioning valve. Washers. We need side cutters. Alright, so what we're doing here, I'm testing out the fan first to see how it goes. It shot something at me. But we're going to start off, we're going to start chasing back the airbag wire, because we do not need the airbags where we're going, or with what we're doing. So let's go ahead and start taking off all this unnecessary stuff. We're going to end up pulling the wire out of this probably, and just going to try to simplify it as much as we possibly can. I do still have ABS, which I don't need. I don't need any of this harness. I might be not going to hold on to it because if I do anything, I'm not going to need it anyway. I would recommend doing this now instead of having an engine in. It's not terrible if you have the engine in already. It does just go along the bottom of the cross member. And you should still have access to it, but if you ever end up going with headers or anything, you might have issues getting down to the sides of the motor to try to pop out a couple clips. Not bad, but the yellow ones, those are where your the impact sensors for your airbags would end up going would be on this one. That's ABS. ABS. Main. Driver side. Weird. Oh, as of today, officially has a mini bike for a year too. That's cleaned up. Power steering, bad gearbox. Brake light switch wire. Pop in the lid. Guess I need to look in here anyway. We've got to work with. I think the guy took all the fuses out of it, so I don't think I have a whole lot to work with in general. Yeah. Nada. think this one's still in. Maybe not. I think the go-kart should have been Friday's video, I think, coming up. Last Friday? Last Friday. Remember, we are keeping this as a budget build, so anything we can pull weight-wise off of this, what is it, every 100 pounds is a tenth or something like that? Ish. Every 150 is a 10? Not sure. I can't remember the exact math on it. I might put it in here somewhere, but just if you stop and think about it, I'm 180-ish. So every 180 pounds I pull off of this truck does actually, it's almost like removing one of me going down the drag strip. So it makes a difference. I'm getting free hardware out of the deal. So I'm failing to see the downside of things here so far. What are we sitting at right now between motor mounts, questionable van, the S10, poly oil pan? That was a little pricey, but it was designed specifically for the 4L80E. So hopefully it should get right on. No major issues. Holly usually makes a pretty good product. Shout out to them. But yeah, just time. We're going for budget build on this one just to get it up and going. 6-liter 4L80E, 190,000 miles out of a Chevy Express van, work van. So at least if you look at the work vans and stuff, the maintenance records and stuff, you can usually tell how well they've been maintained. Whenever I got this one, the actual transmission fluid and everything's still pretty red. We are probably going to drain that, put a new filter in it while we have it out. No real reason not to. I mean, I'm going to research, make sure nobody's had any issues with doing that. Like on our 05TL, if you didn't catch one of those videos, they should be somewhere out here. And whenever it comes to that particular car, cool. Whenever it comes to that particular car with the transmission fluid, I don't think I would honestly trust replacing the transmission fluid in it because it's 213. I looked at the other, actually earlier today, it's 213, 214 thou. Chances are probably nobody's probably ever changed it. So if I change it, it's probably going to loosen some stuff up and just cause a bigger mess. Whenever I say a bigger mess, that's going to be me out here on the floor replacing a transmission. I don't have a spare transmission for that car yet, so that is one of the plans, is to keep a spare engine and transmission laying on hand around here just in case anything were to ever happen, or keep that one, and whenever we need to do a timing belt on it around 280, maybe just pull an engine, swap it out with a rebuilt one, and then keep this one as a good core, get it worked over, cleaned up with some new bearings, new rings, hoed it out. So we just keep that car alive forever. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, by the way, like, let me tell you, I personally have never, ever done an LS swap on an S10. So you guys are really seeing, I've tried to just video everything as I kind of discover as I go along here. So you guys have an exact realization if you've never done it before. what you can kind of expect to find as you go, because I'm still figuring stuff out on this as I'm going. I don't know. I'm just going research. You just got to kind of go back and forth with it. I don't know. Should I keep power brakes? Is it going to have a cam in the future? Because cams affect the vacuum of your engine. Am I going to need a vacuum pump instead? I couldn't tell you. What I do know is people are really happy whenever they get rid of this big freaking brake setup. I believe there may be a adapter kit, but we're also trying to keep it budget. I don't want to spend anything I don't necessarily have to. I don't necessarily need to do the line lock, but the line lock I want to do for the simple fact that I have to already mess with the proportioning valve and stuff to do away with the ABS. Yes, that's a heavy box too. Didn't want to pop off. There we go. I build it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me too many dimes. I don't know what I'm unbolting here either, but it's connected to the wire harness. We're trying to simplify wiring. I can't get the wire harness out with these bolts here, I'm assuming. That's why I'm taking this out. Couldn't tell you if it actually does anything though. I could be completely wasting my time. And at this point, your time, and I apologize if that ends up being the case here, but you'll know not to do this. If you're ever LS swapping an S10, if I screw it up. I don't want to go in there under the dash, honestly. I mean, there's not a dash anymore. If you missed that video, you should go check it out. This should be episode 3. That should be episode 1 or 2, I think. I should at least show it. I might show it in this one. No, I mean, it's not going to be shown in this one, but I don't know if we're going to go in there in this episode or not. I'm trying. Turns out I have a little bit more to do out here than I still expected. Kind of goes to show how deceiving a project like this can be, but it's getting there. I haven't cut out anything, I haven't hidden anything from you guys. I just time-lapsed literally most of it. Not like me getting tools and stuff, because if I did that, I think the second video of the S10 had 10 hours of video shoved into it. It was a lot. It might have not been that bad. I'm not 100% sure. It was a good chunk though. Alright, so hey, wires are starting to push inwards. That's free. Close latch. Dare I say it? I pull these engine mounts out, and under the hood, once I get the motor mounts out, which I may as well do here in just a couple minutes, I think we got the whole front end of this thing stripped down besides this guy. I found a rust hole. We going in deep. Ah! It's the final teardown. Alright. So, the camera's only got like 30 minutes left of record time on it. So we're going to flop this over here. It's kind of a cool little bracket. I wonder where that came from. So we got the wire harness. There's a bulkhead right up here. Wiring. Here, the steering column. Should be your multi-switches. Hi. How you doing? We'll figure it out. Ow! Ow! I could actually still reuse that. I can fix out those pins and straighten them out and reuse it. Oh, windshield wipers as well. That's that whole system. Wipers, signals, squirters. I find that wire, I can keep this windshield wiper squirters. This. It's going to be gutted out. I'm curious if I'll be able to reuse the same shift cable. If I plan that right. Big bada boom. Considering all that goes to an airbag module. Seatbelt, airbag. A lot of harness thinning to do. We do have an OBD 2-port with 4, count that, 4 wires. Yeah, we're going to call it here for the day. I'm going to go a little bit further in this video. Finish getting all of this out. Next video, we'll do rust repairs and door hinge pins. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around. We got the wire harness and everything out, as you can see there. Next time we'll go ahead and go through actually getting the wire harness all cleaned up, work on getting some of those patch holes onto the firewall and everything like that, start possibly laying in the new harness, or not the new harness, but thinned out harness, so we can start getting the signals and stuff at least ran, start trying to check some circuitry possibly on some of that stuff, if we can get the fuse box to come on or get any power to anything on this thing. We'll take a look at that, and then for the next part, I think we're getting pretty close with the actual truck portion. We're gonna have to get the van pulled in, start getting the engine, harness, everything pulled out of that, see how much of that we can clean up and get transferred into the truck, and see what's reusable, and see what we need part source, or see what we need to figure out on it. But I thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Chicky, chicky, chicky. Chicky, chicky, chicky.